All right, so this month is cool because our theme is remember. And we've been kind of talking about the different things that we can remember. We can remember our suffering, we can remember our joy, we can remember situations in our life. We can, there's all these different things that we can tap into. But for tonight, I think it's kind of an interesting walk through how we remember possibly, or at least imagine. When I do my sessions in there, I tell people to picture, imagine, or think about, right? Because it's like your brain can maybe grab onto one part of something. And so if you can imagine what it was like before you came into this physical space, into this physical being. And everybody has different ideology, and we are not a dogmatic studio in any way, shape, or form, but we are a spiritual studio. And when we think about what it means to kind of be whatever it was before we came here, and then what we wanted to be when we came here, and even if it can just be a game, like an imagination game. There's so much about, when I work with people, I think one of the things that I feel like is a gift that I have is that I can see the beauty in that person that they really can't see in themselves. I can see the potential in that person that they can't really see in themselves. And wherever they're at in their life, usually nobody comes to me because they're having a good time. You know what I mean? Nobody is like, I just want to go and hang out in that room because I'm like, everything in my life is so awesome. They're coming because like things in their life have taken or shifted or moved in a way or a trajectory that they didn't think that it was going to go. And then there they are, And they're like, help me. I feel like I'm drowning. I don't know what I'm doing. I've lost my compass. Something's wrong. And so when I'm with them, it's like, I can't even explain it, but it's like I can see past every part of whatever suffering they're going through, and I can just see the divinity that exists inside of them at a level that I just can't even explain. And so my job when I'm working with people is to help them try to capture that again, like even just a little bit, and so that they can start to breathe some fresh air back into their cells again and start to live their life more fully. But what I feel like I'm seeing is I'm seeing what they felt like they were going to be when they were going to come to this time and space, And so it's almost, it's so rare. I can't even think of really a time where I've seen somebody and been like it doesn't happen. I just see this light in everybody. It's so amazing and it's so cool. So tonight when we go into our meditation, that's where we're going to go. We're just going to kind of peel back into a remembrance of maybe a time that we are unaware of or that we're not conscious of in any way, and kind of reaffirm who we really are, It's kind of a cool way to be able to do that. We just came off of the new moon. I love the moon cycles so much because it's always a really good time to be able to tap into what is it that I either want to get rid of when we have that full moon, or what is it that I want to try to like move into and magnify when it's the new moon. So that's where we are. We just came off of that. So let's move into that. All right. Who's never meditated? Anybody? We're all so solid. I feel like, is there anybody who's not been here before? Oh, okay. A couple of people, welcome. So how'd you find out about us?
Online, Facebook.
Nice. Thanks, Paige. Good job. How'd you find out about us?
I was just looking for meditation.
Oh, I'm so glad you found us. It's really the nicest group of humans. Don't let me down. Who's that? Oh, hi. How'd you find out about us?
I think it was the same way through like Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Nice.
Divine.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Everything is always divine. It is. Even when things suck, it's still divine. We just can't see it in the moment. Trust me. Okay. Let's all go ahead and sit up nice and tall and tuck our chin just a little bit. And then root your sits bones into your bolster. You loosen up your jaw a little bit. If your eyes aren't closed, go ahead and float those down softly so you have just a teensy bit of light coming in still. You're making sure that your teeth are not clenched. And put that little nice soft smile on your face. Shoulders back, neck long, crown of the head tall, chin tucked. If you want to bring your imaginary gaze point up to your third eye, that's always nice too. Connecting with our breathing. Nice smooth inhales and exhales. Feeling the rise and the fall of your chest and your belly. Just making sure that your nervous system knows that you are 100% safe. I'd like you to just kind of put your imagination into a space where you can almost see yourself meditating. It's like you can just visualize yourself in this meditation. Maybe you're looking at yourself or imagining what you look like. Sometimes it's a really interesting point of view, just examining yourself, looking at yourself, what your posture looks like, what your face looks like, without criticism, without judgment. So taking this, outer perspective of looking at yourself there, seeing how you look, imagining how that person that you're viewing feels in the body. So we're going to take this time and just kind of roll back to what we can imagine maybe birth would be like for us. It's a whole nother image. So then we can even roll back because we can imagine what it must have been like inside that womb, that tight, constricting environment, but it's warm and it's safe. we can roll back before conception. And there's a space between wherever our life was before this time and then the previous life or the previous existence. And in that space is where we had some choices and some things that were almost bestowed upon us. And let's find ourselves in that energetic gap between the two worlds, between the two time frames and existences. And this is where all those series of blessings and choices and opportunities can come in. And this is where we will remember that divine part of us. Was it to help people? Was it to explore or to expand? Travel and wander? To build? This is your time to sit with that part of you. So now I want you to picture, imagine, or think about that there's some sort of a hat or a crown, some sort of a emblem of whatever that part of you in that space, that agreement, that commitment, that soul contract that was there. Whatever token is symbol of that. Just want you to imagine that you have it. And then we'll go forward from there, back into the womb, and the warmth and the safety of that. And then we can go through the journey of our life. But now we remember what we are. We remember why we came here. How much bigger and how much more expansive are you as you're a child or a teenager or an adult? And then coming back into this space where you can see yourself again. Sitting here meditating. And then you can take that emblem or that token and place it on yourself as you're looking at yourself, or somewhere on the person. Perhaps it just goes right into your heart. And then just feel yourself kind of integrate back in, all parts of yourself pulling back in. And you can start to break the concentration. And allow some movement to come back into the body. And as always, let your eyes be the very last thing to come back online. I hope everybody leaves a little taller tonight than when you came in. I want to ask if anybody had anything. Paige, what was yours?
I didn't have one today.
You didn't have one today.
My brain was really like, come back.
How about anybody else? Is anybody else able to stick with it? Quentin, kinda. You were? Tell me.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I saw a flashlight.
A flashlight?
I feel like I'm a natural guide.
I love that.
So
I love that.
I just gave myself a flashlight.
It's like a saber.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so cool.
Guiding everyone on their path. Yeah.
I love that. That's so cool. Anybody else? Nobody feel like you have to. I saw a really weird, I kept on seeing this, I don't know, it looked like a Kundalini turban, like Japkar's turban, which I would never wear. And not because I don't think there's anything wrong with it, I just don't think I can sport a turban very well. And it had this red thing on it. But I was like, I'm a teacher. I've always wanted to be a teacher. And that's all. So it was really cool. made me super happy. I remember when I first got out of high school, I was like, I'm going to be a school teacher and I'm going to teach kindergartners because they don't have any prejudice yet. And I was like convinced that that's what I was going to do. And then I just never did it. And it's so funny because I love children and like kids camp is so important to me. All of those things are so important to me. And I don't have patience for children. So, I think that's why God was like, you get one because that's all you can do. What's that?
No kindergartners.
And no kindergartners. They are fun though, but I can only do it in small doses. I subbed kids class one time, and they were like, "When's our other teacher coming back?" I'm like, "I'm cool." Anyway, but then I watched like Paige made a video for kids camp, and I was crying. I was like, "Oh," I was like crying. It made me so happy. Okay, so we have a meditation workshop coming up this Sunday. So if you're down, if you've got nothing going on, it is 3 hours. But I don't know about anybody else, but like when I sit here and I feel that, I'm always like, man, I just want to do this for like way longer. You know, we're not going to meditate for 3 hours straight, so don't panic. Your legs aren't going to be like, I don't know what I'm going to do. We're going to be doing lots of different things. We're going to be focusing on, I want meditation for everybody to be this gift that you give yourself on a regular basis. I said this today in my Yoga Nidra class, that it should be, we don't want to should all over ourselves, but it should be like brushing your teeth. Like you're not going to leave the house, right? Because you didn't brush your teeth. So bad. And so like your mental space is bad when you don't like regroup every day. And we just fly out and we just do these things, And 5 minutes, I know that sounds ridiculous, but 5 minutes of silence in your body is like the most important thing that you can give yourself. So this meditation class that I'm going to offer, and I'll offer them again, but I hope that people can take advantage of it in the way that it's like, we do this every week and it's beautiful, but like I want like the turkey leg at the Renaissance Festival that's really gross and big and gigantic. I want that much meditation for a little bit just to wash over me. So I can just like, this is what this is supposed to feel like. So that's what I'm hoping that we all leave with that on Sunday. And it is the actual solstice, so that day. So it's the longest day of the year. So it's the slowest day of the year. You think about it like that. Like if you watch the sunrise and the sunset right now, they linger for quite a while now. It's really cool because it's a really slow everything. It's just moving really slow. So I think it'll be a really cool day to do that. It is Father's Day, so I'll bring maybe a little treat for any dad who shows up. Okay. So there you go, Rob. I'll get you like a little chocolate.
Can't wait.
He's like, where's my chocolate? Grab your chocolate and leave. All right, you guys. And then at the end of the month, we do have Carlin's workshop, and that is for shoulders and neck. So, and as always, if anybody ever cares to donate or contribute to the studio, we always appreciate that. Nobody will ever be turned away, but it does help us if there's anything that you can do or that you're willing to do. Looking up some information on just like when the Buddha was training people in the beginning, they weren't allowed to take any kind of compensation for anything, but they would just walk around with like an empty bowl. And then the people who made contribution to them, it was like those people got the richest form of the teaching, the richest blessings from it, because it meant something to them. So again, if it's something that you have space for, then it's always really heavily appreciated. But there's a little wooden box out there, or there's a QR code that you can scan, and it just helps us, keep this space open, make the water free, gives us lots of toilet paper, make sure we have air conditioning, make sure that we have a bolster for anybody who wants to come. So, okay. All right, you guys, I'll see y'all next week. Thank you.